Good morning, everyone. I'm Koya Heng. Today, I would like to share with you my personal journey about communication and how it has helped me grow as a person and as a future leader in executive management. I've always been an introvert person, and to me, leadership used to feel like something very far away, something only confident or outspoken people could do. But through a few experience, I learned that communication is actually the bridge that connects introvert person like me to effective leadership. I will share 3 main experiences that helped me improve my communication, such as being a group facilitator during OCAD, my internship at UePortfolio Presentation School, and the internship closing ceremony. Each experience taught me something new, from teamwork to cultural communication, and how to handle disagreement. As a student in executive management, I've realized that communication is not just a soft skill, it is the core of leadership. A good manager doesn't just give orders, they need to listen actively, deliver messages clearly, and resolve conflicts effectively. Without good communication, even the best strategy can fail, because people won't understand or feel connected. So for me, learning communication is the same as learning how to lead. The first experience I'd like to share is from our OCAD. It was a joint camp organized by 2 academic programs. However, the students from the other program was even more introvert than I am. So most of the leadership responsibilities, like coordinating activities and guiding the group, were handled by us from my program. For me, this was a big step out of my comfort zone because I've always been quite introvert. Suddenly, I had to take charge and communicate confidently with a big group of people. We also faced some unexpected challenges. Our preparation wasn't very complete, so a lot of things had to be addressed on the spot. For example, the game model changed suddenly, and the other groups leaders had to leave to do the preparation, which made me the scenes quite chaotic. To make things more complicated, before the camp started, there was a small agreement between our group and the other program's team. At first, it felt awkward and tense, but later, I decided to stay calm and focus on how to make the situation better. After the small conflict, I took the initiative to talk with the other group. Through the conversation, I realized that they weren't upset because of personal issues. They just felt there wasn't enough communication between us. That moment really changed how I understand communication. It is not just about talking. It's about listening, understanding, and being patient. Once we started to communicate more openly, the atmosphere completely changed. The camp became smoother and more enjoyable for everyone. This experience helped me realize how communication is the key skill in executive management. As future managers or leaders, we must know how to handle misunderstanding, calm conflicts, and guide the team with empathy and strategy. For me, that was the first time I saw how communication can truly transform a team, even in a stressful situation. My second experience was during my internship at UePortfolio Presentation School. The school was small, there was no fixed seat for me. So every morning, I needed to communicate with colleagues to see where I could sit. This small thing has already trained me my daily workplace communication. But the biggest challenge was language. Around 90% of students were non-Chinese. I had to use English when talking with students and parents, which was not easy for me as my mother tongue is Cantonese. At first, I was nervous and afraid to speak English, but gradually I learned to use simple words, a clear tone, and body language to communicate better. My mentor also taught me a lot, like how to show warmth through tone, how to stay patient when explaining things, and how to communicate respectfully with parents from different backgrounds. I also help with school events such as cultural festival, where I played the role of giftman to interact with students, and the graduation ceremony, where I worked backstage for decorations. This experience showed me that communication happens everywhere, whether I'm giving instructions to students, helping teachers, or collaborating with my teammates. I became more confident in expressing myself and more sensitive to how to other fields. From my internship, I learned that communication is more than language. It's about understanding and empathy. I learned how to adapt my style to English with students, a friendly tone with parents, and respectful attitude with teachers. These skills are essential for executive management, where managers must handle teams from different cultures and communicate with diverse stakeholders. It taught me that a good leader doesn't just talk to people, they connect with them. My first experience happened during my internship closing ceremony. I was part of decoration team, and my main job was to design and create the flower columns that would be placed near the stage. However, during the process, a conflict happened between my team and the leader in charge of the event. The leader insisted that we must follow the reference picture exactly. Same color, same position, and same height. But my team and I felt that if we copy the picture exactly, the flowers would look too stiff and unnatural, almost like a patch of grass stuck together. At first, the atmosphere was a bit tense. Everyone had different opinions and no one wanted to give in. As a quiet and introvert person, I usually don't speak much in disagreements. But this time, I told myself, since communication is something I want to improve, I should take the initiative. So, I calmly explained to the leader why we thought some adjustment were necessary. I said something like, if we follow the picture exactly, the texture must look flat. Maybe we can keep the same layout, but slightly change the color arrangement and angles, so it still looks elegant but more natural. The leader listened, and after some discussion, we agreed to try this middle approach. In the end, the flower columns turned out really beautiful. Even the leader came over and said, actually, this person looks better than I expected. The small success made me realize that effective communication isn't just about winning or losing an argument. It's about finding understanding and common ground. Looking back on this experience, I realized that this wasn't just about flower decorations. It was a lesson about leadership and communication. In many workshops, workplace, including executive management, conflicts like this happens all the time, especially when people have different angles of views, priorities, or goals. At that moment, I could have stayed silent or just follow the leader's instruction. But that wouldn't have solved my issues. By communicating calmly and offering a reasonable compromise, I learned how to respect others' authorities while still expressing my perspective professionally. This requires emotional control. I had to manage my frustrations and choose my work carefully. Through this experience, I realized that in executive management, a successful manager isn't the one who always isn't on their own way, but the one who can balance opinions, reduce tension, and still achieve the goal together as a team. For me, this was a meaningful growth moment. It showed me that communication isn't just a soft skill, it is actually a core leadership strategy that helps build trust. To conclude my presentation, I would like to refer on my overall growth throughout this experience. From being a good leader in OPM to working in the leadership ceremony, each challenge uniquely shaped me. During OPM, I learned how to take dignity and stay calm even when things got chaotic. It taught me that leadership is not just controlling others, it's about guiding and supporting the team. Then, during the leadership ceremony, I realized how important communication and compromise are. At first, I wanted to present my design idea, but I learned that good communication means listening, understanding others, and finding balance. That experience made me a more patient and respectful team. Overall, I believe this experience helped me grow or not only as a student, but also a future professional. I've learned how to communicate with empathy, manage conflicts, and stay adaptable in changing situations. Thank you for your time.